So usually I share about my progress, my updates, whatever I was building that day in my product, in my built-in product community. But today I just want to share some setbacks, some hurdles that I face day to day while building this product. So number one thing is sometimes it just gets lonely and boring. Not because I don't believe in my product. I do believe in my product, and I think this solution will be helpful to to a ton of people. But especially if you're building solo and if you're on the early stage like MVP or the release 0.0 something, sometimes you just want to share some updates or just whatever progress you did, if that was fruitful or not, if whatever feature you build or you're working on, is it good or not, do people even need it or not, or do you even have excitement for it? Like sometimes you just want to share with people. That's why I'm sharing all of my progress in this community. But this is the number one point. It gets lonely and boring sometimes, and you can't really do anything about it because the feedback loop is small. There are no users. You are building solo, so there is no partner with you to face all of these things. So yeah, it gets alone, and sometimes it lead to just leaving your product. I had the previous experience like this. So I was building a product, I believed it, and I was working really hard on it, but something happened and I got bored of that idea. And there was that some user validation, some negative feedback that I knew I shouldn't focus on those negative feedback, but I did. I was immature. I was new to this thing, and I decided to drop it. But the same things are happening again. But today, I usually fight through it and just go through that early phase of validation, because let's be honest and clear, not every product goes like you present it to the users and the users are like, whoa, this changed my life, this product is amazing. No, these things does not happen in actual life. It happens in some rare cases, but I'm just talking about the mean here, the average here. So there will be negative feedback. There will be people who will say, this is not amazing, or this is not something. Like, okay, you're building it, but I don't know if it's useful or not. But if you believe the solution will provide help to people, you will have to trust yourself and keep building. So yeah, that's number one point, that it gets lonely. And the second point is it gets tough with a 9-hour job. If you have a full-time job, you have to use that brain power in your full-time job, especially if you're a software engineer and you're building solo. If you have any other field, I don't know about it, I don't have experience regarding it, but you have to invest your mental energy in your day job. And then there is commute. There is blessing of work from home that I have now uh, from a past week. But when I didn't have had that, what do we call it, the opportunity to work from home, it was a pain. I do work from home 2 days right now. So the other 3 days, and the part, and if I talk about the week before that, I had to commute 1 hour when I go to office, and then 1 hour when I come back from office to home. So it gets tough. I live in a city which is so crowded and the roads are not good. So I use my bike, and physically I got tired. And then there is the mental part, because whatever you're building, if you want the time to be invested in a better manner, you have to invest your brain power into it. So if you're coming home and you don't have that mental energy, you probably won't be giving that much thought in your own product. So yeah, I had to work through that sometimes. What I do is, what actually works for me is, I slept through the day. When I got home from work, if I'm overwhelmed, I usually just go to sleep and then wake up early morning and then work on my product. So that helps with me. That was number two. The number third point is, I think I have already discussed it, but is to keep going without any validation, especially in the early part, because you're building your product and you have the people who are maybe not related to the niche you're building your product for, and they might support you. They might say, okay, you're building there, it is cool, it is so cool that you're building this and you're doing all that back end optimization and you're setting up your server, that is so cool. But in actual, the users who you want the product to be sold to, they're not here at that moment. And there is actually no, you don't really know if your product will work or not, if all of that energy or all of that money you're sorry, excuse me, all of that energy or all of that money you're spending on your product, is it even worth it or not? So that's something I go through that on a day-to-day basis, and I just want to share all of those things with you. I usually post my progress, but I think this is more real, this is more raw, and I think I should share it with all of you. So yeah, these are a couple of my thoughts. If you are going through all of these things, do share with me. I would love to have the opinion of others, what other solo builders are going through. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.